Hey, welcome. Deej Quest here. In this episode, my story continues of my tour of Southern California and the Pacific Coast route. On the previous episode, more climbing, a summit elevation record, and huge downhills. Last of the downhill. After a long 65-mile day yesterday, I'm feeling fairly refreshed. It doesn't hurt that I had a nice bed at the hotel. Eager to get started, I eat a light breakfast of 2 bananas and an orange. I should have known better. I figured it's only a 26-mile day, how hard could it be? Today I leave the city and head up the mountains again. I start a long 20-mile climb of 4,600 feet. The plan is to complete the climb in 4 hours, going over the summit to reach Mount Sa Jacinto State Park near the city of Idlewild. I do expect today to be challenging, but how difficult, I'm not sure. Today is low mileage, but 75% of the ride is uphill. I cruise through the city of Banning with fantastic clear skies and only a slight breeze. There's the hills to start climbing. Climbing hills. Here we go. Windy, but that's not going to make any difference climbing the hills. Looks barren too. Doesn't look like too much vegetation. See the wind there. Crosswind right now. The climbing has begun. 20 miles of this. Traffic's not too bad yet. Here's what the road and shoulder looks like. Got some hot spots on my rumpus. Hopefully they don't get worse, but it's highly likely. About the only place I get shade so far is behind a cliff wall. See my heart rate beat into the camera. Some rare shade to stop in. Definitely rugged mountain. Like right here, there's not much of a shoulder. Some spots are worse where there's the white line and then that's it. Nothing. And this has a guardrail, so I feel comfortable stepping off. But some spots, like you can see up here, there's no guardrail. They do have these little curb embankments, which is nice. Keep me from rolling off. Down there is where I started about 35 minutes ago. I think it'll take me at least 4 hours to get up this 20-mile section. Traffic remains light, creating a pleasant ride on this winding and relatively narrow road. I'm passing right now what I believe to be the quarter of the way up the climb. I'm at 1,100 feet of climbing for the day. That'd be kind of cool to have a nice shady pool oasis. I don't think I'm going to find that. I can dream though. It's Hard to hold it steady with my heart rate going pound, pound, pound. Now it's passing Mount Hidden Road on State Highway 243. Apparently 20 acres are for sale. Rattlesnakes. Wouldn't mind seeing one while I'm riding out of the way if I spot it first. Don't really want to see one in my campsite. Shade. Twin Pines Road. Elevation 4,000. Yeah, my GPS is still off by 150 feet. Some dense brush here. Oh, nice area though. Trees. Oh, wow. There's a whole community up here. Huh. I didn't know that. Area's a little bit greener up here. It's changed a little bit. I saw a deer. Tried to whip out my camera, but it had already spotted me and was running off. That's how I saw it. So, no picture, no video.
A little while later, the deer bounds across the road, nearly missing a car. I get my camera out this time, but it's still too late. Maybe the next one I'll have more success. Even though the road levels and has a short downhill, I'm still less than halfway up the 20-mile climb.
I believe I'm at the halfway point of the climb. And so I've got 2 hours, 20 minutes including rest. So yeah, it's gonna be a 4-hour climb, I think. I've seen if this was one of the camp spots, but no, I don't think so. Just a pullout. The brush is really dense here. There could be an animal not very far away. You wouldn't even see it. So, camp spot. I don't know if this is the one. Right up here. Yeah. I think this might have been the potential spot I was thinking about. No sticker vehicles. Street legal vehicles only. Yeah. I think this is it. Wow. Not really that many spots to set up a tent or anything. I'd have to look around, but it's so steep here. You could had to set one up right there.
I'm so glad I did not push on into the mountains from yesterday's ride. I'm just now reaching the potential camp locations. I don't see any way I could have made it here.
Here's another potential camping spot. Looks like down this road, in that corner, maybe there's a place set up a tent. Here's the road. Man, the mosquitoes are just hovering me, dogging me. Can't ride fast enough to get away from them. mosquitoes. Alright. I hit to 8 miles an hour. See if you can follow me now. Still a lot of smoke haze out and about. Pines Plantation.
The lack of a good breakfast and only eating snacks of trail mix and energy bars is taking its toll. My energy level is deficient and I'm struggling to consume enough food and water. To my surprise, my earlier hope and vision of a mountain oasis comes true. I decide to stop at Indian Vista Overlook, which is only a short diversion from the road.
Detour. Hope it's not far.
My GPS warns me when I go off route.
You're off course. What are you doing? Not too far. Good shade too.
Unfortunately, the haze is thick and the trees limit the view. Leaving India Vista, I take a speedy downhill before resuming the climb. I'm now 75% up the overall ascent.
Tempted to go get some water down there. I got one bottle left, and there should be water on the top, after the top of the hill, or even before, so I'm not going to. It's starting to get really hard. It's not any more difficult, just the heat. Can't drink any more water. Stomach upset. The terrain isn't really, it's not any steeper than it was, just getting more tired and hot. So, to grind this out, I don't know how far it is. More climbing. I think, optimistically, 500 feet. Possibly up to 800 more. Alright. I'm running low on energy. I'm getting pretty tired. I've only got 21 miles. Climbing takes it out of you, and so does the heat. Oh, I'm so close to the top. I don't know, 400 feet maybe. Climbing. It's unbelievable. I have just a sliver left. The hill, it's like 90% complete, but still, it looks awful. Looks like a good stopping spot. Oh, so close. So tired too. Can I do it? better do it. I'm stuck here. I set up camp here on this cliff. Possible. This is the peak right up here. I don't see a sign though.
Hello there.
Hi.
I did my best to hide my suffering when greeting the ladies. By this time, I'm completely drained as seen in the summit commentary.
Made it to the peak for today. 6,000 feet. Oh, it was brutal. I'm ready. Fortunately, I think it's 100% downhill to the camp I'm going to.
Maybe I should have rested before talking.
There's where I am. There's where I started. Looked pretty innocent there. Zoom in. That's crazy. Alright. Enough looking at that.
Another day arriving at camp, exhausted. I'm hoping for no problems getting a sight.
Howdy. Okay.
We actually do have a hike and bike campsite.
Good.
Cool. Let's get you in.
Okay.
Very friendly park workers checked me into the hike bike site. I was the first touring bicyclist they can remember getting at the camp. I must be the only one crazy enough to go this way. The camp is located just off the Pacific Crest Trail, so they often host hikers. Even the hill getting to the hike bike area is hard to climb at this point. I set up camp and rest a little, but next priority is food. Fortunately, the town of Idlewild is a small quarter-mile walk away. I force myself to eat even though I'm feeling ill. Having food in my stomach and resting restores my energy. Two days ago, riding the Rim of the World to Big Bear was extremely difficult. Today wasn't at that level, but due to improper nutrition, I felt worse and more drained at the end.
There's the hiker-biker stuff. Other tent. I don't really see anybody. There was somebody in this tent over there. They were zipped up. I haven't seen anybody else walk around. So I don't know if they were there or in town. Unfortunately, this is right next to the road. This campsite, but that's where the hiker-biker sites are.
Tomorrow I continue south through the mountains. I'm determined to get a better start and not get behind on calories. In the next episode, clear skies, thick fog, beautiful valley, traffic, cactus, roadside stop, and wild camping.
Pretty much all uphill. Looks like the bugs are gonna come get me. Dumb bug bit me. Oh, I'm getting swarmed by flies. Ah, darn mosquitoes. Oh, there's a long break. Good old trail mix. Water. Water. Life-giving water. Ah, so close.
Cool beans. Right on. Welcome up.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
stoked you're here. Heck yeah.
This stupid thing.